What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another freshman profile video brought to you guys by CampusToCanton.com. I am Matthew Bruning, one of the co-founders of the website. You can find me at SportsFanaticMB. Before we jump into what we're talking about today, subscribe to the channel. It would mean a ton to me and everybody at the website. Hit that like button, hit the bell icon so that you guys can be made aware when all of our videos go live. We've had a lot of fun interacting with a lot of you on the YouTube channel. We're trying to continue to grow that. It would mean a lot if you guys could do that. Now, we are going to be talking about one of my favorite quarterbacks in the 2022 freshman class. That is the kid going to Michigan State from Bellflower, California, Katin Houser. I think this kid has a chance to be special. I really like him. I'm a little bit higher on him than everybody else at the site, and I think he's going to be a really good kid. So let's dive in. We're going to talk a little bit about his profile, his stats, what he did in high school, and what I project for him moving forward. You guys come along on this ride with me and see if you guys side with me or the other people at the site. So we have got his profile up here on 247sports.com, and we're going to take a look at that. As you can see here to the side of me, though, he is my QB9 at the moment. He has gotten high as QB7, not dropped any lower than QB9, and I'm getting closer and closer to finalizing my rankings, which is weird to say because we're only in January. We haven't had spring games, practices, or anything. But at least for that part, I'm getting closer and closer to finalizing my rankings. And I really do like Houser. There's a big group mixed in from about QB4 to QB11 that I'm really kind of torn on how I want to rank them. There's three guys in my Tier 1. Houser does fall in my Tier 2. At one point, he was in Tier 1. We're going to discuss a little bit about why he fell out of that. But already comes in 6'3", 200. I mean, he's NFL size already, right? St. John Bosco High School has produced the likes of DJ Uiagalelei, which I understand doesn't look great at the moment with the year he had, but coming out, he's a very high prospect. There's a lot of really great players who've gone to St. John Bosco High School. So as you can see here in the 24/7 composite, he's the 15th ranked quarterback in the composite, 217th ranked player nationally. We will jump into his history here in just a minute. On 24/7 Sports, he is QB12, the 212th player nationally. So looking at his history, we'll see a jump here, and we'll just explain that in a minute. Started out in February of last year, so about a year ago, as the 632nd player in the nation, slowly kind of making his way up. Now, he started playing games. He was splitting time, though, with the quarterback, Pierce Clarkson. You'll notice, though, right here in August in 2021, he took over a 100-point jump. He got invited to the Elite 11 last year and did really well. Now, he didn't dominate. He didn't win it. Obviously, Cade Klubnik did. But from all the reports and everything you can read about last year's Elite 11 competition, he was very, very good. He stood out, he caught a lot of people's eye, and then he jumped up in the 200 range. We saw him get up as high as you can see. Here's 194 before falling back into like the 216, 15 range. Some of that I do think is he's still splitting time with Pierce Clarkson even as a senior. St. John Bosco just really likes the two of them. They love deploying this like two quarterback set. I don't really understand it. I don't love it because of how big of a fan I am of Houser. It's great for Pierce Clarkson and Houser. Now, the two of them still split time this year, but Houser did get more snaps. So this year, Clarkson had 118 attempts to Houser's 140. I think it was 141. Let me see here. 142, I'm sorry. So clearly about 30 more, so Houser was getting a little bit more run. Maybe some of that, too, was them trying to, he's a senior. They were trying to help him get a little bit more eyeballs on him as he was going forward. But he had a pretty good offer sheet as well. He did get 14 offers. He was at one point committed to Boise State, which you can see right there is the second team under Michigan State. Was committed to them going into the Elite 11 competition. So he got, Iowa. He got an offer from Washington, which I think obviously good school. Arizona State did not offer him. North Carolina, Ohio State did not offer. So those top ones are really the big ones, but was committed to Boise State going into the Elite 11 competition. After he did what he impressed everybody at the Elite 11 camp, he kind of pulled back his recruitment, and then a couple weeks later committed to Michigan State, which I think he's actually going to be really good there. I really like what I've seen out of Houser. So what have I seen exactly? Let's discuss it. All right, so we've got here let me pull up his pros. We're about to jump into his huddle film here. His pros. I think he's got very solid mechanics, great pocket manipulation, accurate passes, his ability to throw off platform and extend plays. We've seen the kind of new age quarterback you really have to be able to do the last two. At least it feels that way with the way everybody has been playing as of late. For his huddle film here, there's not a lot to go on because, again, he was splitting time with Pierce Clarkson. However, we are going to take a look at it. We're just going to watch a little bit of it, just like if you watch my Drew Aller video. We didn't watch the whole thing. We're not going to watch the whole thing here either. And some of that is I want to show you guys things I like about his game, but I don't want to, what's the word here? I don't know what the word is I want to use. I don't want to, overstate it, right? I don't want to have... We don't want to be here for 15, 20 minutes watching the same stuff over and over again, I guess is the way to put it, right? So I will, give me 1 second, because I'm going to, in case I decide to kind of show you guys some stuff here, we are going to, I got my little nifty pen here, so we are ready to go to highlight some things. So let's jump into it. Let's jump into his huddle film here really quick. And there's definitely some things right off the bat to like about his film. Right here, I mean, that throw right there, in my opinion, is very nice. Look, as you watch here, look over here on this other side, right? Where is his wide receiver at? Right over here. Oh, no, that's not working. Well, that's not good. My little nifty illustrator is not working now, and that is going to make me upset. Okay, well, maybe we won't get to do that this time. That's fine. Look over on the far side of the film there, you'll see that his wide receiver is obviously not even open yet, releases it as he's just got to step on him again. That's a great pass. Now, most quarterbacks are supposed to make that pass, so I get that, but still, it's, in my opinion, a nice anticipation throw, throwing it, allowing him to get open here. Where we see he extends the plays. This is a nice little play on the move there. He can throw off platform as well. Here, just a nice. So the one thing I will say about him, I didn't talk about it. I don't know that he has that fastball. He doesn't have a ton of zip on his pass, but he does have a good enough arm. Here we see him run, little bit of shiftiness. He's not gonna juke you out of your shoes, but he is an A+ athlete. I'm very curious because on his junior film, he did not look as good running the ball as he did as a senior. As a junior, when I was watching him, I wasn't sure it was going to translate into college. I actually think it might translate a little bit into college with what he can do with his legs. I don't know that he uses it a ton. So here's an interesting throw, right? It's a nice throw. Obviously, he throws it off his back foot. If you go back and watch here, watch him right there in the back pocket. I know it's kind of hard to see, but he kind of throws it off his back foot, gets hit. If he was able to lay that out there anymore, obviously that'd be a touchdown. I think that's because he was thrown off his back foot. Does get hit at the end of that play as well. Just another nice throw. Again, wide receiver open, you expect him to make that throw, but still, it's a nice throw. You like to see your quarterbacks make those throws because we've also seen quarterbacks miss those throws. Now, granted, this is the highlight tape, so you're looking at this as the ceiling, right? Because we don't have access to a ton of full games. I watched three of St. John Bosco's full games to kind of help with my thought process here on Katin Houser, but this, with his highlight tape, you're looking at the best of the best, so you've got to kind of discern how good you think he can be from his highlights. There's a couple I want to get to before we get out of here, like this, and again, another nice throw. You wish he'd have laid it out more so his wide receiver could have gone and got it, but still a good play. I think this is the one right here. So this is where I think he shows he's got a little bit of better arm strength than he gets credit for. Now, he's locked in, obviously, the whole time. That's almost an opposite hash throw to the other sideline. Now, if he had that plus arm, he's hitting him, and that's going a lot faster. It's getting to the wide receiver quick, the thump into his hands. He doesn't have that, and that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have that plus arm, but I do think he has a good enough arm to succeed at college and in the NFL. That's the throw that I wanted to show you guys, though. He throws with really good touch and accuracy. Now, he did not have the best accuracy in this class. I believe his completion percentage was... It finished, oh man, what did he finish it at? I'm trying to remember. It was a 64% As a senior, he averaged like 68, I think, altogether. No, I'm sorry, he averages 66, which is not the best. There was other guys who were much higher than that, but I just want you guys to watch this throw. Like, watch when he releases it. Obviously, the wide receiver, he's open, right? But that cornerback right there is dropping back in coverage, and he has to put that over the cornerback. Now, and watch, I mean, he puts it perfectly over the cornerback and into that wide receiver's hands. Like, you'll see, if you guys go to his huddle and you watch, you'll see a lot of those on tape. Like, Katin Houser has a lot of really good throws. This is another one right here to the sideline. Like, just watch this throw. On the run, too, right? Like, just nice throw, very accurate, right to his wide receiver, on the move, can throw off platform. So this is what, right here, too, again, off platform, nice little sidearm throw, gets it to his wide receiver. Now, granted, his wide receiver does all the work after the fact, but you have to get the ball to your wide receiver. So he's a very accurate thrower. He can make plays on the move, moving to his side, throwing back across right there. Like, he's a very good quarterback, and I don't know if it's just because he lacks that, like, big arm that people don't like him as much. I'm kind of confused by it because I do think that he is a really good quarterback. He's going to be accurate. He does seem to read defenses very well as well. So overall, I think Katin Houser is even, like, he's a really good quarterback, and I think Michigan State kind of stole one here. Like, the future of the Big Ten and their quarterbacks is going to be kind of a lot of fun to watch here. So let's jump in really quick because I want to keep these videos short. Let's jump into my final evaluation on Katin Houser. All right, so what is his C2C value for me? I think likely he does not start this year. They still have Peyton Thorne there, who didn't play horrible, if we're being honest, last year. So I do think that Peyton Thorne likely is the starter again this year. Let me move myself out of the way a little bit there. Peyton Thorne, I think, is going to start the 2022 season, and unless things go crazy, which I don't expect, because I do think Mel Tucker's a really good coach, that we likely don't see Houser start until 2023. He has some rushing upside, but I don't know that he brings a ton of value there. I don't know they're going to run him a ton. He'll get you some. I would think maybe 200 rushing yards, maybe. Like, I'm trying to think of how much I think maybe he could do that. I mean, he didn't have a ton his senior year. I believe it was only like 176, so I don't know that he does a whole lot when it comes to the rushing side of things. So I think 200 is probably the max you're going to get out of him from a rushing upside. But I do think he's likely a top 32 option at the position for CFF, and as I put here, I do believe he has a chance at an NFL future. For me, it comes from this, and he trains with a QB. He's considered like a QB guru on the West Coast, Danny Hernandez. He's a QB coach, has worked with a lot of those guys. And Danny Hernandez has, like, tweeted out stuff and talked about how good Katin Houser has been. And you know, we see a lot of it. We have to grade these guys on their traits for the most part when it comes to fantasy because we can't know this. Can't know what's going on upstairs. We just can't. We're not in the film room with them. We don't get to see all that stuff. We don't know how well they really understand playbooks. And the coaches aren't really going to tell us that, right? They may tell us that after the fact. But if I go up to, his going to Michigan State, if I go up to Mel Tucker and I'm like, hey, does Katin Houser understand the playbook and everything? He's not going to be like, no, dude, he has no idea what's going on. He's going to be like, yeah, he's picking it up real well. He's going to feed me all the lines. So, from what Danny Hernandez has said on Twitter and in other interviews, it does seem like Katin Houser really understands the game. At times, on film, you can see him throwing to the right place. He throws into the blitz, so like he recognizes where the blitzers are coming from, and he gets the ball out to that wide receiver. That, again, is up here. He doesn't rush himself. Obviously, he is not perfect. I do think he tends to hold on to the ball a little bit too long at times. He did throw a couple bad interceptions in some of the games that I watched, and he doesn't have that plus arm. But I don't really care about the plus arm part because he is very accurate, and I think he can extend plays and throws well on the run. So I do think that at the end of the day, Katin Houser is going to be really good. I think he's got a chance to be a first-round NFL draft pick in this class, and he is one of my favorite quarterbacks in here. So, guys, thank you so much for checking out this quick video on Katin Houser. I'm going to continue to try and drop these every single Friday, a different freshman profile. Comment on the video. Tell me if you guys liked him. Did you like what you saw on that quick huddle video? Did you go check him out a little bit more? Come back and tell me what you thought. Did you not like him? You think I've got him ranked too high? Do you agree with the other guys at the site and he should be outside of the top 10? I want to know what you guys think about my guy, Katin Houser. I cannot wait to watch this kid on Saturdays and in the next coming years because I do think he is going to be really good. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. We'll be back again next Friday. Have a great day. Oh, wait, before I get out of here, if you're watching this on Friday, check out the Polynesian Bowl on Saturday. He will be playing in that game along with a lot of other really good high school players that are about to enter the college ranks. They are the 2022 freshmen. A lot of them got invited. He is one of them. I think he's going to have a sneaky good game on Saturday, so make sure to watch out for that.